um, anti-social is not good. Well, let's talk about the pros and cons. But as for the group, this who make this as like their flag of pride that they wear. So you'll see maybe I don't know they have a shirt or a hat. It could be a fad. Who knows what they're saying? But once you identify with that group, um, you're taking just you're taking yourself out of the realm of being human. Okay, so let's already name people who are antisocial. Uh, Plants and animals. Okay, so the only ones who are social are human beings that they have the ability to be social. Of course, so for a human being to say, "I'm not going to talk to people," well, that's basically the consequence of the outcome is that you're reducing yourself to the level of a human being. I mean, to the level of an animal. Now, there are people that's not worthy that I see one should avoid talking to or hearing, and usually that to me comes from anything that I see that's coming from mainstream, from the television, from the hey, I would just say from the world, from the institutions. So there is some merit in when a person says, "Is it better not to talk?" Because if all you talking to are uncivilized people, people who don't know how to talk, people who want to yell, want to curse, want to use profanity, want to shut you down, don't know how to accept of anyone's opinion but their own. Such if this is the people that you're surrounded with, then the step would be is to find a better environment. You got to find the environment where you can be yourself, where you can not necessarily be yourself, but be able to talk and be able to talk um, with feeling safe and secure. Don't lean towards not talking. Then that's gonna hurt you in the long run. As you see with most adults, when they get older, they can't hold a conversation. They come off as being awkward, corny, weird. That's because they lost their voice or something. But it's definitely not something. Those are the people that you really choose to not be in because there's no point in talking to them. It just only gets, you can like connect on like, hey, you see the sun, right? Yeah, yeah. Is it warm today? Yeah, yeah. All right, well, you know, at least the sun exists in both our world, this physical sun. But everything else, who knows, man? People, to me, we all crazy. That's the bottom line. Every last one of us. No one gets a pass. You have to you have to show this. You have to make a sincere and concentrated effort that you're not crazy to others to get them to accept you and open up to come in with this idea like, well, look at what I got on as the proof. To me, that's another sign of craziness. So it is difficult, and it's not such straightforward, like, oh, don't do this and don't do that. Um, you can't be social with your teachers at school. If usually that's the people who are coming out with this. Usually are people in high school and college. These are these are the human beings that are basically just getting demolished. They're getting crushed by us, and so I don't even know how you can look at it like they need somebody to talk to, but the people who have went through the system and have been crushed, and they're not good. So I really that's what I'm talking to whoever out there, and they can talk to me. Um, as though you're talking to me, but you have to go to that Serenity video. There's no way I can convey with talking to me. I know I just in terms when someone is talking, you just want to listen, don't want to negate, don't want to. The main thing is that if this person is not using you as a way to be able to express and breathe on a psychological basis, then if they're there to give me some kind of, if they're there to do something with my brain, those what I refer to like as zombies, these half dead people. Let them go. Just kind of like inward lowering your head. Don't. I deal with all kind of crazy people around me. I mean, it's just blatant. And at this point, ain't nobody doing anything about it. Ain't nobody even seeing it as an issue or a problem. So to me, at this point, I could just say there's no human beings around me except for the ones who are just who are born, and they haven't been taught how to be something else. And then there are some that there are human beings out there. There are some who want to be human, but they need an opportunity. It takes two. If I live with, if I just live with wolves, I don't have an opportunity to be human. I could say I want to be human, but I'm gonna be that which is going to allow me to survive. Like this body I'm in is not. That's it. There's no such thing as a human being body, as a permanent human being body. This 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 body, this shell that I'm in, it's it's like a suit or that can be operated by animals or a human being. But the operator depends on the operator, and that depends on who the operator is trying to take after. If you're trying to take after the world, not you're not gonna be you're not gonna be human. You're gonna be a animal. That's what it is. Um, So human beings need each other. They need to be in they need to be in an environment, a more protected environment where everyone agrees that this is the purpose of that there is to be human. Um, and not remain as animals, because that's what the world is. It's just, you call it whatever you want to. They can make all these synonyms for these, make it sound, it's whatever. I'm looking at the character of what the person is doing. You just living for your belly, living for yourself. If you can get everything in the world without having to open your mouth, you know, that's the quality of an animal. When the hallmark of an animal's life is that, he will live this world, and whatever he's gained, he never had to, ain't nothing wrong with it. That's just where they at. But they limited in the range of experiencing. They don't have the ability to talk, basically. The talking and this social aspect that we have gives us the possibility of experiencing a higher range, higher frequency of reality, whereby we can we can rise above like the level of just an animal, basically. It takes growth, struggle, consistency, persistent concentration, focus. It's a gradual. It is true work. Going through the emotions. It's basically aimed towards connection. With I'm defining the work as a human being. You're aiming towards a goal, a central goal that everyone can connect to, you know. And as far off as that goal may be, it doesn't erase the fact that that's where we all want to be. So everybody who can talk have this concept of heaven. And that's where everybody is trying to get to, and everybody has their opinion about how to get there. But that's animals don't have that, or maybe they do. They just don't talk about it, or who knows. But we know. So yeah, on this anti-social, I thought just talking about it, it would be like, oh yeah, don't be anti-social. That's true. Now the more I think about it, it may be better. You want to be anti-social in the like the world that you just have to be in and participate in, whether it's at work or do what you got to do in order to survive. But the environment that you choose to learn from, that you made that choice. You have to be social because that's the only way you're gonna learn. It's finding that environment, and I can't even say that by the time a person listens to this, the environment that we have now is B'nai Baruch. That's the environment that I chose, or that I was led to. That's where I listen. That's where I talk, And I mean, I talk all day about this environment, but it's not attractive in appearance wise. To I would just say the world at large, especially. I mean, it really looks. It just it just looks all bad, but it looks like some lily white society, racist. You know, you could even say patriarch, bigot, all kind of stuff. It's like attending. It's almost to me like attending a Ku Klux Klan rally, right? So say you got these Ku Klux Klan members, and everybody wearing this hood. If 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 that society talked to each other, like if that was the only place where people talking, and you could talk, I ain't got no choice. If I have to, like, the only way you gonna grow is by talking, is by exercising that your voice. So if you're around people that are trying to suppress your voice, you got to 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 know you got to know that they're killing you on a spiritual level. Yeah. And you just have to know that. And I ain't saying you got to go harm them or do something like that, but you need to know who's harming you. They could be just doing it out of sheer just because they're dead, and they just falling on you, or just because they're just stupid. But at any rate, it doesn't change the fact of what they're producing, and an atmosphere where it's like you can't breathe and you can't express yourself and you can't be yourself because they may blow up on you or they may tell you to shut up, or all this kind of this is the behavior of savages. And so such people you don't want to talk to. And when they're around, treat them like they're crazy, you know, or like they're sick, you know, like almost like with the corona, have your inner mask on and keep them at don't let them near your heart until they clean their act. And let no sick person up in my house infecting everybody. That's madness. So yeah. So no, with this society, like I say, it could be. I don't care. It just needs to be a place where do they respect the voice and opinions of others? Do they allow people to talk? Are they generating conversation? Even if they're just talking about nonsense, you know, I'm telling you, just talking on a consistent and daily basis and trying to, and not just, aiming. There's a whole method behind it. Where you talking from, and who are you talking to? Suppose you talking from your mind or your opinion or your whatever the case may be, or you just talking from that small, unique point in your heart that only you can speak from. So yeah, the world's not safe. You ain't. I mean, there will be some places where you could be able to see for yourself that it is safe to. But the more you go off into, you know, more responsibilities of the world, you're going to see that these places are not going to be there for you. They could talk about light and shallow things, but there are going to be some deep things that they're not going to be able to handle. Nobody, talking about racism, specifically with people who are not of the same race. I mean, I already know what black people think. Talking about class, whatever that is to a person, about money. I mean, these are deep things about power. You have to make sense of the world because you live in it. And when somebody is trying to prevent you, that person, like I say, is not even, they're not operating in the capacity of a human being. Period. Period. There's some other creature that I do not know about. I'm not looking at people, whether it's mother, brother, sister, I do not care. Is this person developing, opening? Are they trying to learn about what's going on in the world? Or are they closed minded and think they already know everything so much so that they can start telling you what you should and what should not be doing? To the point where they were ready to invoke death upon you if you don't agree with them. What kind of creature is this? Not human. That's all I can say. Such are the people that you have to deal with in this world. And you can't go through it alone. So I'm offering my help just as a friend, not as somebody who knows everything, but as who's going through it and trying to figure it out. There's not a lot of human beings, or I would say past a certain age. Like the lifespan of a human being really is like 15 years that I see. 15 to 16. I say, what's good about that? What's good is just, I mean, I don't know. I see it. Going into the world not seeing that, it's like going out into a forest full of snakes with bare feet and not even knowing what a snake is, you know. Good news and bad news. Bad news, they got snakes out there. Good news is that we know they got snakes out there. And the worst news is if you get bit by that snake. So I'm like on a spiritual level, on a social level, we fighting extinction. We trying to survive here.